Let's jump right into this video. First things first, we obviously both needed a surfboard. We looked on Facebook Marketplace for second-hand ones, and the first one we looked at for me was actually the one that I ended up buying. This is Marble Baby. I'm her third owner, and she was originally shaped for a Swedish girl named Sara Gustafsson, which I thought was so cool too. She's a 9'2" and lovely to look at, as well as surf. From the same girl we got the board from, her name is Hannah. I also actually bought my scooter, and I got both for a very good price, which was extremely convenient.
Ah ja, ich habe so lange kein Surfboard mehr getragen. What just happened?
Luis also took the first board he looked at, and it is an asymmetrical longboard, 9'6", shaped by a guy in Oahu called Toots, and he's a very good surfer. He's actually from the Philippines and has lived here for, I think, like more than 20 years, and he was an extremely cool dude. His surfing is actually incredible. So the second board we toured, Luis was not so hot about, so it was sure that he was gonna get the first one. We had to wait for our surf racks to arrive, which is where you can put in the surfboards so you can either drive your bike or ride your scooter, and we had to wait for them to arrive until we could pick up Luis's board. And let me tell you, riding a scooter made for one person with a longboard and two people on it is sketchy as fuck. Also, his board is a lot heavier than mine, and my surf rack is a little bit looser, so it was a really sketchy situation with the bumpy roads and the ongoing winds and Luis on his back. But holding on to it like it was his newborn child, we actually made it home without a scratch, and we transported it up our hallway, which is also so sketchy since it is very tight and narrow. Also, maybe you should do like a sketchy count. It's like my favorite word of the video because it fits just every situation we've been in lately. So a little later we got my surf rack fixed up so it can hold my board better without bouncing as much. And that same day we actually got some of the essentials Luis needed for surfing. So we got a fin, a leash, sex wags, all that good stuff.
There's something about the way that you understand. We don't need a rush and we don't need to make no plans. You say pace yourself, slow it down.
Okay, so we just got a leash, a cord, a nice one, a really nice one, and some wax. So now we just need a surf block and maybe a Lucre shirt for Luis so he doesn't burn his ass off the first time he goes surfing. And then I think we're all set. Do we need anything else? Oh, we need sunscreen. And we need a moped. Psych.
On our way to get a Lucre shirt for Luis because since he was on antibiotics, his skin is very irritant to the sun. So we wanted to make sure that he is safe and protected while he's out in the water. On our way, we got a little bit lost in all the surf shops, and I also kind of wanted to get myself a little something for my birthday. I ended up buying a shirt, and I still want to get a surf watch for, obviously surfing. It just looks cool.
There's something about the way you talk with your hands. The way that you say my name when nobody's there. No. You say it's alright. Take your space.
We went on to a moped reseller and garage close to our place, which is also where I got my moped fixed up, and conveniently found the perfect moped for Luis at a really good price. Buying a new one was actually not our intention, but the ones on Facebook Marketplace were absolutely almost as expensive, and nobody answered us at all. And the resale value on these is a lot higher, so I'm pretty sure that we're gonna sell it just fine once we leave. Then after also fixing up Luis's surf rack and putting the equipment on his longboard, we are finally ready to go surfing in Waikiki. Woohoo! I just need to use that word one more time. Let me tell you, getting these boards down the stairs is literally the most annoying and sketchiest thing that you've ever done, and you will bump your board at least once, no matter how careful you are. We've done this by now a couple of times, and every single time, even if both of us look at it and make sure that nothing happens, we literally still bump it just once. Like it's like a rule. You can't make it through the staircase without bumping your board. That's just what it is. So we need to help each other to hold the doors open and get it through the staircase, but we are only going to surf together, I think, so that is fine anyway. And I will leave the part out where it took us 30 minutes to adjust the hooks perfectly so that the boards won't hit anything or slide out, because it was actually quite annoying to do that. Again, riding a tiny scooter with a longboard by your side, even if it's just you yourself, is also pretty sketchy. As I said, this seems to be my favorite word of the video, but it really is, because the wind kind of blows you around because you have so much space and the longboard picks up the wind really well. The bumps on the road send it swinging up and down like crazy, and the other cars and their drivers' driving skills make you pretty nervous along the way. Driving to Waikiki, we had the craziest feeling because obviously with our boards for the first time, it was an incredible mix of pure joy, giddiness, tension, complete incredulity, and pure anticipation. We finally get into the water, pedal out, and went surfing our first waves in Queens on Waikiki Beach, Honolulu, Hawaii. And now you can enjoy some awesome waves.